right, so for African children to have meaningful science education, they need inspiring spaces to learn. And these spaces need to trigger their critical thinking and expose them to 21st century skills that are needed to solve African problems. My dream is to create Disneyland for science in Africa, and this is the first step to that. The project that we're doing, this is the first science center ever built in Tanzania. And at this center, we introduce project-based integrated learning to young learners in order for them to get a feel of how it is to connect what they're learning in a classroom to what is really happening in their real life. I'll give you an example. Some of the children who attend the science centers have mothers who make money from making local brew and selling it, and then they make money. But the process of making that local brew in chemistry is called fractional distillation. When children go back home, there's a disconnect between what they're learning in the classroom to what they're actually living in an everyday life. So having processes and procedures like this to connect the two aspects really helps them to make learning meaningful and memorable. This child is experiencing conservation of angular momentum, whose formula was very difficult for me, I must admit, to remember. It is L equal to inertia times angular velocity. But if you have failed it and experienced it, it becomes easy. So the eventual goal of this entire experience is to influence how STEM education is done in the country and influence the curriculum change to embrace these kind of approaches. So this fellowship being here at the Universcience has been quite a useful experience for me in terms of seeing all the exhibits that are here. So I'm going to do as much as I can to steal as much as arts that are already available here and take them back home, well, at least the blueprints, so that we're able to make sure that we exchange and make sure that these children have meaningful learning, and eventually they become meaningful contributors in solving African problem in an African-bred STEM professionals for African contexts. Thank you very much.